Well, this is Royal Cutler, Dr. Royal Cutler, my mentor, my spiritual father. And he came to know me, and I came to know him when he was in his 60s. I think I was in my 20s. And while there was a difference in age, there was something about Royal's spirit that I just loved. And he was generous enough to give me a lot of his time in some very formative years of my life as a spiritual son and as a husband and a father to my kids. And so at first I just asked him if he could literally walk me through the Bible, because I was having a hard time understanding all the concepts and principles, especially in the Old Testament. And Royal, having a PhD in chemistry, was very analytical, but he was also the kindest man I knew. So I went to him for some spiritual guidance to help me through the years of learning how to be a dad, learning how to be a son to him, a son to my pastor, and a son of God. And so Royal and I would meet weekly, and I had a chance to study under one of the most wonderful Christian men I could have ever have asked for. Is there anything that you can remember in those days of just...
I certainly remember studying the Old Testament. And it was very interesting. It was because you were always so interested in what was going on and had things to say and comments to make and questions to ask, and it was just a friendly thing too. And so that was it was good.
Being with you, Royal, was like having my daily bread. You were a mentor, you know, you were like a father to me. I think it's amazing that God provided a young father who was, in some senses, fatherless, because I had lost my dad at a fairly early age, in my 20s, that God provided me with a father who was a spiritual giant who could bring me along, who had gone through things, who had gone through a career, who had raised a family, who had raised some rebellious kids and seen them come back to God, who had had a phenomenal career as a doctor in research, who had gotten patents, who had a success, but who never failed to realize that the biggest success in life was really having how to become a son of God, how to become someone that our Heavenly Father would be proud of and say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Now here we are almost 30 years later, and we're still like father and son. And I couldn't be prouder to have a better spiritual mentor than Dr. Royal Cutler.